Let's rock and roll.
All right. My name is Rosanna Wygant, and this is my former professor, Bud Ayers. And a rather wild statement was made on September 13th, 2013, that he could solve the economic crisis of the United States, possibly the world, if his plan goes far enough. And I have a quote, particularly from my my favorite person in the world, Marilyn Monroe. I would rather be completely mad than completely boring. And I believe there's a similar
I like that.
There's a similar take in
I
this
like it.
particular what should I say, idea.
Idea, yeah, exactly.
And so, I have a few questions for you.
Fire away.
What made you think of this? Who were your inspirations? Where did this inception come from?
Okay. In reality, I've been thinking about this for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Way back, inertly, I'm a problem solver. I like to take a situation and I want to fix the problem. As a matter of fact, I'm kicking off this whole thing on October 1st in honor of my mother, whose birthday is October 1st. And she's still around, by the way. And part of it is this. I credit her with teaching me this. You have no right to complain unless you have a solution.
I like that.
Okay?
I like that.
Anybody can complain, but nobody wants to fix the solution. So if you don't like the way something is, change it. Well, I have been thinking and thinking and thinking. What can I do? What is it how can I help as many people as possible based on what I do? I mean, I'm just a teacher, right? Well, I always say I'm just a teacher. Well, really, we do a lot more than that. We affect people's lives. I'm sure affect your life in dance.
Of course, of course.
But I like to teach more than just dance. Part of what I do in my teaching, which I feel is unique, is that I also talk about male-female interaction, which is important. I teach the guys, especially these college guys, what a woman wants on the dance floor. And I teach the women how misunderstood we guys often are on the dance floor, how we try and how we fail and things of that nature. With regards to what inspired me, so I've been looking for this answer for a long time, okay, at least 6 years. And hate to say it, I'm a Facebook addict.
Who isn't at this time?
3 o'clock in the morning, I'm looking at Facebook. And I was very touched by 3 videos.
Mm-hmm.
The first video was the girl who stood up against the Taliban.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, that girl had courage. The second video was another little girl, the 11-year-old, who did not want to be married and who was willing to, at 11 years old, imagine the courage she had to say, forget my religion, screw this, you guys are nuts. She's 11 years old, okay? And the third one was about a boy who had this skill. He's only 11 years old or 8 years old, something like that. And he has this magnificent skill with a harmonica.
Mm-hmm.
And he raised $60,000 by himself. And you know what he did with it? He gave it away to the poor.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, so it's amazing where you can get your inspiration from. Now, one of the things I wanted to add is that if these kids had the courage, what the hell am I afraid of?
Yeah.
Right? What could I possibly be afraid of? The girl who went against the Taliban, she sacrificed her life. I'm just sacrificing my reputation. Okay, so I've really thought about this nice and hard. My goal is I want to help. Okay, I teach in the college, and one of the things I hear a lot is this: I have no money. Starving college students, they have no money. These kids are 20, 21, 22, and they're already stressed out before they even started their life. And nobody seems to be able to have the answer. And what I found is this, and this is something I just came up with recently, is that the way we solve our problems is not by looking for someone to blame. It's by looking for a solution. But all I see is people blaming somebody else. So stop blaming the Republicans, stop blaming Obama, stop blaming the community, stop blaming everything, and say, you know what, I'm going to take it in my own hands and do something about it. And that's what inspired me to do this.
The creative problem solving,
yes.
I guess you're saying, is the only way to get out of the hole that you think you're in, when in reality, it's only in the head. Where in the videos you see these very young kids they haven't been clouded or shrouded by what the expectations or the needs that we feel we want. They just put it all out there because at a certain age, you know who you are, you know what you want.
Well, the biggest issue to overcome was with most people. They're stuck. And how are they stuck? They're stuck in this world that says, I need to make money by getting a job. Okay, so they're stuck in this box. Well, the truth of the matter is you don't.
Yeah.
Okay? And what I came up with was a very, very simple way, literally, that you can make money the very next hour. All you have to do is watch my video. And in the next hour, if you have access to the internet, you have somebody who's willing to listen to you, you can make money. And all of this for only $20. Now, I chose $20 because I found, for me personally, $20 is a number most people can afford. Okay? It's a price of a movie ticket and popcorn.
Yeah.
It's a dinner for two, well, cheap dinner for two.
Very,
Okay? Lunch
very
for
cheap
two.
dinner for two.
In this case, parking.
No joke. That's a real thing.
$20 for parking. And in all honesty, the information that I'm going to share costs me over $22,000. But that's not the point. The point is I want to share this information because I feel, and I'm going to use the word I don't like to use, the world needs it right now. People are wanting an answer to this problem, but you know what? We keep looking for the guys to help us. We keep saying, please give us a job. When they've already said, we don't have jobs. My goal is to prove this. This is really one of my goals, is trickle-down economics doesn't work. Okay? Trickle down. It doesn't work.
The trickle down to, it comes to a level and stops.
It doesn't even do that. I'll give you a personal example. My stepfather, bless his soul, was a multimillionaire. I have nothing, of course, I have nothing against rich people. Okay, let's be clear about that. It's not about being rich. He has every right to be rich. He worked for it. Okay? That's not the point. The thing that angered me the most is they kept saying, well, rich people create jobs. Rich people create jobs. Well, you know what? He never created a single job. He didn't want to. That was not his intention. His intention was to make money. He never lied about it, as the politicians keep lying to us. Oh, no, we'll create jobs if you give us money. No, the jobs have disappeared. The only thing that creates jobs is a need. And what do we read right now? Is more money.
Yeah.
More ways to make money. Well, how many people do you know could use my, as I talked to you earlier, how many people do you know could use my idea?
The people that could use your idea is all some odd 200 students you have right now in
Not
your
only
classes,
that, but
and everyone
it's worldwide.
around you. It's worldwide.
Any place that's depressed, any place that doesn't have any job opportunities, where people are, their jobs are getting shipped out. My idea doesn't require experience, doesn't require a hell of a lot of knowledge. You don't even have to know any friends. You just have to believe that what it is a good idea and you share with it. But not only that, it's funny. I've decided to make it a comedy as well. One of my favorite comedians is George Carlin.
Yeah.
And George Carlin's a very funny man, but he teaches you a lot of lessons.
He does.
And that's basically what I'm doing, but in a lot nicer fashion. It's PG. There's only one part that might be a little bit R-rated, but everything else is done in taste and with comedy in mind.
If life isn't a little R-rated, what are we doing? What are we doing?
R for reckless?
R for reckless.
I found that people listen more. I mean, you know where I get most of my news from? Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart,
yes.
Bill Maher.
Yes.
Stephen Colbert.
Mm-hmm.
Not Jack Black. Louis Black.
Louis Black.
Louis Black.
Yes.
That's where I get a lot of my information from, and it's really interesting that comedians are more accurate than the politicians.
I feel a lot from personal experience, and I'm a big follower of the more comedy approach of news. There's something about comedy, it eases the soul. It's less impacting while still informing. It gives you the answers, the comfort, the calming that you want when there is a tough situation at hand, which is why I think this is an amazing approach to a very real problem.
Yeah. And the thing is, I'll give it to you in a nutshell, okay? What you're getting is simply this. What you're getting is information that I have learned, experiences that I've learned in my 55 years of life. This experience has cost me over